Hi, I'm Ben Skydell. I teach here in Drisha in the July Institute and in the Dr. Beth Samuel's high school program. There is a well-known Mishnah in the 4th chapter of Masechet Brachot that reads as follows. Rabbi Gamliel says, B'chol yom vayom, each and every day, mitpalel adam shmona asrei. Each and every day, a person, when they recite the Amidah, reads 18 brachot. And the Gemara asks on the page in Masechet Brachot, where do we get this number 18 from? And the Gemara gives a couple of answers. One answer the Gemara gives is that 18 corresponds to the 18 times that God's name is mentioned in Kriya Shema. One other answer says that it's that 18 times that God's name is mentioned in the 29th chapter of Tehillim. And the final answer that the Gemara gives here in the Bavli, in Masechet Brachot, is the name of Rav Yeshua ben Levi, the 18 vertebrae that a person has in their spinal column. If you look in this discussion in the Yerushalmi, however, there's a different take on it, and it comes from a very well-known verse, a very well-known pasuk in this week's parsha. The Yerushalmi says that where do we get this number 18 to correspond to the blessings that we say in our most central prayer? It comes from the 18 times in the Torah where the three patriarchs, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, are mentioned together. And the Gemara in the Yerushalmi asks, really, is it really 18? And they ask back and forth, where do you get this 18th mention? And the 18th mention is in this week's parsha, in the bracha that Yaakov is about to give to his descendants. Hamalach hagoel oti mikol ra, the angel, the messenger, that redeems me from everything, all evil. Yivarech et hanarim, should bless these lads. Vikarei behem shmi, and they should be called by my name. V'shem avotai, and the names of my fathers, Avraham and Yitzchak, Abraham and Isaac. And the Yerushalmi says that even though, in this case, the three patriarchs are not mentioned by name, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, since you have Jacob mentioning Abraham, Avraham, and Yitzchak, Isaac, and he also says they shall be called by my name, the name of Jacob, of Yaakov. This is the 18th mention, and this is where we get the number 18 of the blessings that we say every day in our most formative Jewish prayer. I think there's something very important going on here. In the answers that the Bavli gives, the reason why we pray what we pray every day is either because it is extolling the glory of God that we see in the Shema, that we see in the book of Psalms, or it is because of the bowing that we do and the physical motions we do as we bow down to God with the vertebrae in our spine. But I think Yerushalmi is driving home another fundamental point. And that when we pray every day, we are to remember the covenant, and specifically the covenant that God makes with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. When we pray the Shemona Esrei, we remember that we are part of a chain, we are part of a history, and that it is our duty not just to remember the covenant, but to live up to its terms and to live up to its challenges. This is a very vital lesson that the Yerushalmi teaches in this week's parsha, and ultimately it is both the blessing and the challenge that our patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, have bequeathed to us. Shabbat Shalom.